Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Devin at That's Deep, and we got something deep to talk about today. Today we're talking about the top 3 most dangerous prisons inside the state of North Carolina, and we're gonna get straight into it. So let's go. Okay, so here we go. Coming in at number 3 is Scotland Correctional Institution. Scotland Correctional Institution is an all-men state prison that was opened in 2003. It is located in Lanesboro, North Carolina, and houses over 1,700 violent offenders. Scotland Correctional Institution is a mixed security class prison, and many believe this is where things get worse. What makes this prison a living hell is rampant gang violence, leading officials to use excessive force on prisoners to bring discipline. This excessive force has been reported by family members of the inmates, and that their loved ones are sweltering inside the prison since they are put on lockdown where food and ACs are controlled by authorities. What makes Scotland so bad is that it's an STG camp, meaning security threat group. This is where prisons house high-risk inmates involved in dangerous gangs. As of March 2012, Scotland was one of 6 state prisons put on lockdown to squelch gang fights and coordinated gang activity. At Scotland, the last to resume normal operation, that lockdown had extended from January to March of that year. In 2014, however, an official DPS statement received by Solitary Watch indicated that another lockdown had extended from December 28, 2013 into September of the following year. So the gang violence on other inmates and the gang violence against COs is what makes Scotland number 3 on my list for top 3 worst prisons in North Carolina. Okay, so the next prison on my list is a very violent prison since it's open and still to this day. Number 2 is Lanesboro Correctional Institution. Okay, so Lanesboro Correctional Institution opened in 2004. Lanesboro Correctional Institution is also one of the most dangerous prisons in North Carolina by far. The prison has a capacity of 1,800 inmates and is a medium to closed security class depending on the offender's sentence. The prison sees ongoing gang fights and coordinated activity, and to reduce some of the burdens, it was also merged with Brown Creek Correctional Camp. In 2018, due to rapid fights and gang violence in prison, largely due to being understaffed, the authorities decided the only way to put an end to all the trouble was to make Lanesboro Correctional Institution an all-female prison, and the name will be changed to Anson Correctional Female Prison once the merge is complete, which hasn't yet been done, and is still an all-male prison. And as of right now, nothing has helped to bring down the violence at the prison, and the FBI has got involved to find answers and look into ways to restore discipline and order in Lanesboro Correctional Institution. Okay, so coming in at number 1 for North Carolina's most violent and dangerous prison is Columbus Correctional Institution. The Columbus Correctional Institute, CCI, is a medium security class prison in North Carolina. Don't let that fool you. The prison is located in Whiteville, North Carolina, and has a capacity of 698 inmates. While many believe CCI is not a big prison, it must not face any issues, but they are extremely wrong about it. The prison has had the highest number of prison murders in the state of North Carolina prisons, where 3 out of 2 inmates killed were from the CCI in the year 2019. It is believed that the murder weapon used in both cases was made within the prison, and the reason for the murder is still unknown. Many people eye towards the gangs that are formed within the prison since there is a regular occurrence of fights, so much so that oftentimes there are unreported by authorities, and the prison has been put on lockdown several times since the 2010s. While CCI is a historic prison, no one wants to serve in it since the fear of life-threatening attacks by a gang member is always prevailing. And that wraps it up for the top 3 most dangerous prisons in North Carolina. But please don't be fooled. There are more dangerous prisons, if not more dangerous prisons in North Carolina. But because the way violence is underreported to authorities, you would never know. And that wraps it up for the top 3 most dangerous prisons in North Carolina. As you can see, there is a lot of violence in the state of North Carolina attached to gang members. So with that being said, stay out of prison. It's your boy Devin at That's Deep, and I'll catch you next time.